As part of that, Kasey Kahne made a move from Hendrick over to Levine Family Racing.
He will be driving for Levine Family Racing, the team that Michael McDowell has driven for the past several seasons. And that's a big change for Kasey, coming from a major team like Hendrick Motorsports, going to a smaller family team like Levine Family Racing. That team, however, is going to have backing from Richard Childress Racing, so they will be associated with one of the powerhouse sports in the garage. Kasey joins us today on Raceline. Kasey, thanks so much for being with us today.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Looking forward to a great season.
All right, let's talk about that great season you hope to have. This is a big move for you from Hendrick Motorsports to Levine Family Racing. Talk a little bit about that move, how it all happened, and what are your expectations going into this year?
Yeah, it's been a good move. You know, I think that I needed to move on, Hendrick needed to move on, and Levine's been a really nice fit during the off season. Going over there, working with the group that they have assembled, and it's a really solid group. So, you know, I think it's been awesome. Excited for the Vegas test coming up at the end of the month, and you know, I think that'll give us 2 days to just really work on things with the new Camaro, Z01 Camaro, and then also things with myself and the team, just trying to understand how to go fast and to get a good feel.
Kasey, you're going from a mega team at Hendrick Motorsports to a small one-car family operation at Levine Family Racing. What are your thoughts going into such a big change as this, and do you think there will be advantages to a smaller operation?
Well, I think, you know, the big team like Hendrick, there's, you know, they're pulling so many directions, and you know, they have a lot of people working to always improve. So I think that's a benefit. That's really good. And then on a smaller team like we have at Levine, is, you know, to me it's just all about that one car and about that specific driver, and just trying to give him the feel that he wants and needs, and working around that as much as anything. So I think that'll be a really good thing for myself this year. Look forward to trying it out, seeing how it works, and going from there.
Kasey drove the number 5 Chevy for Hendrick Motorsports for the last 6 years, scoring 6 wins for them, the last of which last year at Indianapolis. Levine Family Racing ran 6 years as a part-time operation. Their first full-time season was last year with driver Michael McDowell.
Garage area, Kasey Kahne, veteran driver in the Cup Series, is moving to Levine Family Racing for the 2018 season.
Again, it's a big deal because he's going from a super team, you know, with multiple championships, multiple wins, and of course 4 teams within the operation there at Hendrick Motorsports, to a single car, family-owned operation. It's going to be a big change for Kasey Kahne. But Kasey, when you look at a team like Furniture Row, basically a single car team, and what they accomplished not only in 2017 but in years leading up to that, does that give you some optimism for what a single car team can do?
Well, it's so impressive what Martin, Colburn, Furniture Row, that whole team, what they've done, not just this year, or not just in 17, but you know, prior to that. They really had it going on for a while, and it's really cool what they've done. And yeah, I think that gives a lot of single car teams, you know, a lot of hope and a lot of drive and things to try to get to that level and do all you can to get to that level, which is very tough to get to where they've went, but it you know, it's out there, and you want to do it. And our alliance is with RCR, so I feel like that they can be really beneficial for us, we can be beneficial for them, and just all work together and hopefully get some, you know, really solid results.
All right, you mentioned the alliance with Richard Childress Racing. How tight is that relationship? How close is it between your team and theirs? Is it just parts, or is there more to it?
Well, it's pretty close. You know, we have the engines, ECR engines. We have the chassis from RCR. They do some of the cars, some of the Camaros, and then we have a group at Levine that does a lot of our cars as well. So, you know, and then on the, I guess, the mechanical side and things, I'll work some with the drivers, and I think at track we'll all work together at times to try to understand what certain guys are doing or not. But I think more than anything, we're still a single car team. You know, a lot of good people working in the same direction, and we want to have results.
There must also be a lot of excitement coming with the new Camaro for this year, and it must be good for you just to be able to say you're staying with Chevrolet.
Great to be able to stay with Chevrolet. I've had a really nice relationship with them for 6 years now, and to stay here is awesome. I know that Chevrolet and the Chevy teams have put a lot into the ZL1 Camaro, and to be able to be part of that the first season out with the new car and know that it's an improvement from where we were is it's exciting, and it's something to look forward to. We can't wait to get it on track and kind of feel the differences, and then just see where we stack up and start racing from there.
Kasey also has a lot going on with his foundation, like other drivers do as well, and he has 2 sprint car teams that keep him very busy. We'll talk more about that when Raceline returns. Motorsports to a small team at Levine Family Racing. And Kasey, I know that's probably at the forefront of your mind at this point, the change in race teams, but work with the Kasey Kahne Foundation continues all the time. Tell us a little bit about what's going on with that operation, and what are your plans for the upcoming 2018 season?
Yeah, the foundation has been great over the years. We've done a lot with kids, families, kids, and put a lot of smiles on kids' faces, enjoyed that time with them. And, we look forward to doing more of that this year.
Your efforts at helping out kids really says a lot about you as a person, and I'm sure that since becoming a dad, that's taken on a whole new meaning to you. You're helping of children through the foundation. How has becoming a dad changed things for you?
Well, it changes the way you look at things, the stories you read. Getting involved you feel it a lot closer to your heart when you see things going on. Now that I have a little boy and know how close we are and how close that parents and kids should be and can be, and so it definitely touches you different, hits you a little bit differently. But I feel really happy and good at the things that we've done in the past before we had Tanner. With kids and the smiles and good times that we've been able to enjoy. And now I look at it a little differently now, but I'm so thankful and happy that we've done what we have to this point.
And your other passion is sprint car racing on the dirt. You have 2 teams in the world of outlaws, and of course you race some as well. What's the outlook for that side of your life for 2018?
Yeah, really looking strong. Brad Sweet will be back with Napa, which is really good for KKR and Brad. We love having Napa part of our sprint car team. We got Darren Pittman will start off the season with Ionomy, a new sponsor that we've gotten over the year, and look forward to growing that as we go. So we have 2 full-time World of Outlaw teams, still with Mike Curb, Team ASC, everybody that's supported us and it makes it all go. We have some great teams there, and then myself, I'll be racing the Ollie's Bargain Outlet car hopefully about 25 times this year, and then I'm gonna do 1 Napa race as well. So it's gonna be a fun season. We're gonna try to do a lot of sprint car racing. Those guys always do a lot of sprint car racing. I'm gonna try to do more than what I've done, and we want to win. We want to win a lot of dirt races this year.
Well, Kasey, hope that all works out for you. Thanks so much for joining us today. Congratulations on all the good news going into the 2018 season. Again, a Happy New Year, and we'll see you at Daytona in a few weeks.
All right, sounds good. Thanks a lot.
From Hendrick Motorsports to Levine.